And who takes responsibility for all of this? Because I see that politicians here. Melchor, I don't know if you notice a change. A recent trend in the last few years in Spain in which there is total impunity for powerful people to do whatever they want.
I've lived it. I don't want to talk. In general, powerful people, there are powerful people. I know a lot of powerful people, and I know miserable people and wonderful people. So does the fact of having power not make you evil?
That's right.
There are all kinds of people just like everywhere else and just like in every job and every profession. But is it true that in this case there are influential people involved who have been part of a structure of sexual abuse and who have not faced the consequences? To me, it seems incredible that in the Congress of Deputies, on some occasions when Odon Elorza was a deputy, because there was a time when Odon Elorza, Pedro Sánchez, set Odon Elorza aside. I think there came a time when Sánchez, seeing everything I was uncovering about the Cabezudo case, you know, he saw that having Elorza by his side was a danger to him. And in the Congress of Deputies, on some occasion, a Vox deputy, if I'm not mistaken, right? Orsa would always jump in, whether about Odon or any topic. And they told him in Congress, right? You, Mr. Orsa, don't talk about that. Talk about pedophilia. And when I saw that, I said, isn't there anyone among the 350 deputies sitting there who says, hey, to the one who said that, says, hey, or to you, Mr. Orza, what is this about pederasty? Why must Odon Elorza discuss pederasty? Huh? Why? Huh? Does someone from Vox know something and throw that at Orza? Like, huh? Without, and why don't you get into the matter in depth? Nobody wanted to, not even political parties. Institutional feminism. Where is institutional feminism? These feminists who have been giving lessons, have any of them spoken up? To stand by the victims of Cote Cabezudo? Those whose lives were ruined. There was only one feminist association from Irun, a small feminist association that supported these women. Coincidentally, it was a feminist association that didn't receive a single euro of public funding. The Clara Campo Amor Association.
Was it called that?
No, I'm saying she's very connected to the Spanish Socialist Workers' Party and that Clara...
Campo Amor connected to the Spanish Socialist Workers' Party?
Come on, yes, they have.
A strange story, yes.
This association that's always reporting and talking about feminism. Where have these people been? Irene Montero and company, where have they been regarding the Cote Cabezudo case?
Aren't they interested, Melchor? I think this just shows feminism is only a weapon.
To me, that's just devastating. I mean, the loneliness we've been in, I'm referring to the victims, to Mario Diaz, the lawyer. What is it? The work this man has done? It's so admirable. And besides, he's already, my friend, someone I have tremendous admiration and respect for. For all the years he has been fighting and fighting and fighting to move this case forward. Until he got Cote Cabezudo imprisoned, tried, and convicted. The silence of society, the media. This was in San Sebastian, where many people knew about Cote Cabezudo. A lot of people knew about it.
I have a question. Does the case end with the villain from behind bars?
Yes, was there a trial?
I mean, are you satisfied with the result of your work in the end, or did you expect it to be much more media driven and massive and for more heads to roll?
No, let's see. I am satisfied to have fulfilled my duty and to have been on the side of the victims, which is where I believe I had to be. And then, if it weren't for Mario, 10. Essentially because of the lawyer and whatever I could contribute, at least by giving a voice to the victims and to the case. There would have been no trial and Cote Cabezudo wouldn't have been convicted. He was sentenced to 28 years in prison. It's a shame. It's a joke. Yeah. Do you appreciate everything he has done?
Yes, but that's more a matter of the punitive law here in Spain, isn't it?
Well, but the fact is that he was convicted, and at the trial he was there. I thought it was very nice. How the lawyer, who ultimately speaks on behalf of the victims, was telling the court when he was asking for the sentence. And he says, what matters to us more than the years that Cote Cabezudo gets? It's a sentence that reflects the truth of what happened, of what Cote Cabezudo did to these women. I mean, that's what our main goal, that's what the lawyer said. A statement of proven facts, as it's called legally, that reflects the truth of what happened. And then the number of years the court decides. To me, the sentence seems absolutely minor, but I think it's very important to have managed to get a conviction.
Without the lawyer day, from here we send him a big greeting.
Mario Diaz?
Mario Diaz, you're awesome for not?
But really awesome, yes.
Because I can imagine how frustrating it must be to try. Because, of course, when you talk to a victim, after all, it wasn't just one. How many women? That's a good question. How many women? It was a class action lawsuit.
Well, class action?
How many women did Cote Cabezudo abuse? Well,
by Cote Cabezudo, there could have been dozens and dozens. I mean, Cote Cabezudo is... There isn't a case in Spain of a serial rapist like Cote Cabezudo, right? There were 21 accusers in the trial.
21 just in the trial?
Yes. And there are girls who didn't report it because they said, seeing the ordeal these girls are going through, the way they're being treated. About Judge Ana Isabel Perez Asenio, I don't want to. I've already suffered enough with Cote Cabezudo, so I don't want to suffer in court on top of that. So, were there some who didn't want to press charges?
Well, a huge hug and great recognition to those brave women who dared to go through that ordeal. And
in the documentary, in their name, they appear with their faces, you know? Some of these girls whom I have immense affection for and I'm very grateful to for letting me be by their side.
Wow, Melchor, this is incredible. Do you think that without all that public attention you gave them, without the lawyer's persistence, this guy would have gotten away with it? So was this like guerrilla warfare just to put that bastard behind bars?
That I was able to contribute modestly in some way because I was the only one who gave them a voice, let's say. Well, it is.
The voice matters because if people stay silent, things can easily be ignored or hidden.
But if not, it's because of Mario Diaz, the lawyer who didn't give up and who, when facing a judge, who mistreated the girls and him, and he didn't stop until he succeeded, that they pushed Quay aside. It's very significant that from 2013 to 2018, Ana Isabel Pérez Asenjo did not order Cabezudo's arrest. And that when they removed this judge, the court for not fulfilling her duty. The case goes to a judge named Julian Garcia Marcos, who immediately orders imprisonment. But without the work of Mario Diaz, if he hadn't been there, not giving up, keeping on fighting, it would have been impossible, and Cote Cabezudo would have gotten away with it. Absolutely.
At the end of the day, this story has a happy ending because of your perseverance, the courage of the girls, and the great work of Mario Diaz. I include you too, Melchor, because you are brave. Now I want to discuss the personal consequences you faced from all this, but I'm still missing several pieces. I'm still waiting for the judge who protected him to fall, O'Donnell. I'm still waiting for the host of the Mediaset roulette show to fall. Who's next? Jorge Fernandez, who's still handing out smiles and affection with that charisma. Then there's a monster in the background taking pictures with a minor while, you know what I mean, while it ends. This is simply brutal. Was the person recording caught? There are a lot of missing pieces in that whole structure of pedophilia and sexual violence.
Yes, that's missing. I'm telling you, I'm still investigating. There will be a second part of the documentary. And I'm not going to stop. And that the credit fundamental goes to these girls whom I adore. It is truly admirable that they have stayed in the fight. Despite how they were treated by Judge Ana Isabel Perez Asenjo and by Mario Diaz, the lawyer, those are the ones who deserve credit. I mean, the silence of my colleagues just to say something because I don't consider myself a colleague of all these scoundrels, but the silence of journalism is terrifying to me. When I brought it up, I was interrupted and couldn't elaborate on it. The Cote Cabezudo and O'Donnell case. At Mediaset, a very well-known journalist sent me a WhatsApp message telling me, Melchor, you're shameless.
Do you want to name that journalist?
I follow something, it's a personal battle. A very well-known journalist.
You don't want to mention him, right?
No. It's just that I'm too lazy. It's not that I'm trying to hide it. It's just that I'm too lazy. I don't want to tell personal stories, but it was terrible for me. But
did he just call you shameless and nothing else?
You're shameless. Why mention Odon Elorza? I know why. It's because he's a friend of Odon Elorza. He's a journalist from Gipuzkoa. And I told him, hey, Odon Elorza got me out because this case is there. Huh? And I said, in any case, the shameless one, Odon Elorza, can't go. And why do you have to bring this up now? This is unbelievable. You're shameless. I don't know what. And I said, hey, is any time a good time to report a rapist? What is this? I couldn't believe it. Now I'll show you whatever it is, yes?
Even though Odon isn't, since he lacks a final conviction. At the very least, he funded the activities of someone proven with videos using public money.
And to say,
what is a journalist doing insulting people?
Is this about Odon Elorza? Another time, on one of the occasions when Mario Diaz was requesting Cabezuelo's imprisonment, when a lawyer requests imprisonment, a hearing is held, which is in the courtroom, the judge, the accused present, the prosecutor, and the plaintiff. And on some occasions, a hearing for imprisonment was held without the presence of Cote Cabezudo. It's crazy they're debating if someone goes to prison and the man himself isn't even present. Once Cote Cabezudo was absent and his lawyer explained he was in the hospital. The next day, a photo of Odon Elorza came out in the Diario Vasco taken by Cote Cabezudo, even though he had told the court that he couldn't attend a prison hearing because he was in the hospital. He was taking a photo of Odon Elorza at La Concha Beach, subtitled, So about Odon Orza, all I'm saying is is it true? I've never said that. Odon Orza is a pederast, a pedophile. I didn't say that. What I have said, and I repeat, is that Odon Orza, there is a witness who points to him as a key person in the Decote Cabezudo network.
Yes, just by looking at them.
In the network for recruiting the girls, yes. I've told this in court in San Sebastian, in a court in San Sebastian. A witness required to tell the truth with his face, with his name and last name, looking at a judge. He said, Odon Elorza is known in San Sebastian as the Fola Niños. I'm not the one saying it, and Odon Elorza. He filed a lawsuit against me, and he lost. Because everything I say is backed up by court cases.